Well, my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of our FM22 series, The Hall of Famer. Last episode is linked above. In case you've missed it, feel free to go and check that one out before cracking on with this one. Now, the January transfer window is closed. We've got lots of transfers to run through. We've had a little run of form as well that I need to talk to you about. Once again, my friends, the throat is still very, very sore, so we're going to have to just take it slow in today's episode. Apologies for any coughing. Apologies for the stop-starts, but let's do this. Alright, so first and foremost, let's talk about transfers, because we've had a big shake-up at the football club, basically. I've sold on some players, made a bit of money, used said money then to go and buy a bunch of players that I'm hoping are going to get us well away from the relegation places and further up the table. Basically, I'm aiming for a 10th, 11th, 12th place finish. I think that that's more than doable with the games that we've got left here with West Ham this season. So that's basically what we're going to be going after. But to do so, I've had to make a lot of changes. Now, last episode, I did confirm the sale of Lewis Cook, Nahul Bustos and Nikola Vlasic. On top of that, I've decided to move on Jordan Pickford. We had to bid in for him, I believe, last episode. We're getting £10 million for him off of Fiorentina, which I think is good money, to be honest with you. He was on high wages, a lot higher than that. I think he was about 115 grand a week, so it gets that off the wage book as well. And as well as him, we've let Rami Ben Sabani, I think is how we're saying that name. We've allowed him to go as well. Literally, it was like the smallest fee, 700,000. But he was in the last year of his deal, so it made sense to just get a little bit of change for him. Now, as far as the players coming into the football club, there's a lot, as you can see. A big rework, my friends. The first one is Leafa Madal. We signed him last episode. No need to go over him anyway. You know all about the lethal one that is Leafa Madal. We've also brought in Yaya Tunk. I believe we had the offer in for him. We was waiting for the confirmation, weren't we? It's now a done deal. The Turkish attacking midfielder has joined us from Trabzonspor for his minimum fee, which was £15.75 million. And I think we've signed a very, very good, young, exciting player to play in the attacking midfield positions. As you can see, there's lots of potential, but if we're looking at his attributes, far outweighs what the coach summary suggests. I would say if anyone plays Football Manager, do not pay attention to the stars, pay attention to the attributes, and pay attention more to the actual summary. Things like if there's any like inconsistencies, stuff like that in there, try to avoid. But I wouldn't really pay attention to the stars as far as this year's game's concerned. It's something I've learned. Dominic Szoboszlai, I believe is how that name is pronounced. I put it in the Google Translate because I wanted to make sure I got it right. But yeah, Dominic Szoboszlai has joined the football club on loan from Juventus. There is a £51 million optional fee there if we decide to buy him at the end of the season. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think the club's going to have 51 million of transfer budget to spend, but it was just good to get a fee in there just in case. If he has a good time with West Ham in this 6 months, I might try to loan him again next year because overall he looks class, and I think with Thomas Zucek getting older, we need to try to find someone to transition into playing in that position. Basically, need to find someone to play in the box-to-box midfield role. There might be a tiny little cut in there, and you might find that the microphone levels have gone up ever so slightly. I kept watching my Audacity that I used to record the audio, and it seemed really quiet, and now it just seems back to normal. So hopefully the sound's a bit better. Anyway, my friends, let's continue on with this transfer window. Next up is Andre Gomez, who comes in from Benfica for an initial £9 million, can go up to 21 million though, should he make said appearances for the football club. And he is our new goalkeeper, essentially replacing Jordan Pickford, and he's twice the player. Look at this guy. He had played virtually no games for Benfica as well. I was looking at new goalkeepers, and he's played for the first team. Where are we? 2 games there. That's it. 2 games for the first team. They must have an unbelievable goalkeeper if they're managing to just keep this lad doing absolutely nothing but play for the second team. But I've taken him. He's my new number 1. I think he looks incredible on paper. I'm just hoping he's going to be as incredible a player for us in the actual games. Next up is Fermin Mateo. £6 million we bought this lad for. He's going to basically come in as a backup left back. As you already know, we've got Malacia, who plays in the first team role. He's a very good left back, was already here at the club, but I felt like we needed a better backup left back, and that's why I've gone out and bought this fella. £6 million was his minimum fee release clause. And again, it's one of those where it's don't pay attention to the stars, because if we're looking at him, he is more than good enough to play backup at this football club, and I think that he's going to do a really, really good job for us. It's not a lot of money. We didn't have a lot of money to spend, and sometimes you just have to get those gems. You have to find them, the diamond in the rough. Next up is Francisco. Comes in for an initial £9 million, can go up to £16 million with all of the add-ons. A right-sided player, and I think he is going to do amazing things for us once again. I really just like buying youngsters, don't I? And I like trying to develop them, but it's all about trying to bring in better players than we had, basically, and fill in positions that weren't filled. It was a very tiny squad, and so that's what we've had to try and do with not much money. I think Francisco, if you're looking at him, he's 21 years of age. Lots of development could happen with this player, and I'm just hoping that we can develop him the right way. But it's amazing now we bought him for next to nothing, and he's already worth between 60 and 80 million, which is absolutely crazy. Next up is Ivan Matos Souza. He's a centre-back, comes in again for another minimum fee release clause, 10.75 million from Palmeiras in Brazil. And again, he's probably going to play more of a backup role, because I feel like the defenders we already had are good enough to play. But at the same time, a good-looking player, and I think that if we go down with an injury to Perez or Zuma, then we need to think about having the right player here to come in and step in, as and when we need him to. And I think this lad can do just that. Lots of potential. And I want, again, to say, like I've said about a lot of the players, is to develop him the right way. He's currently out injured, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's one of those things. And then the last one is another Brazilian. You've seen, basically, from the transfers, I raided South America, because you can pick up some really good young players there for next to no money, because they all have minimum free release clauses, knowing that big European clubs will come in from eventually. It's just knowledge, basically. It's just, you've got to learn these things. And I've done exactly that by bringing in Alan Enrique. And he's going to play left wing, basically, from time to time. I think he's going to do a pretty good job for us out there as well. Again, attributes-wise, a well-rounded player. I'm sure you can all agree. And again, that coaching report might not look the best, but I just felt like the player outweighed what they were saying. There was no red flags in the actual report, though. So I decided that it was time to sign him. Okay, they are saying he's EFL Championship level, but at the end of the day, it's pretty much a championship team when you're fighting relegation, my friends. So that is the transfers. £160 million spent, obviously not all of it by us, and 151 has come in. Again, all of it not by us. But let's take a look at the run of games we played. So, last episode we played Cardiff in the Cup, Everton in the league, 2 wins. And since then, 3 more wins on the table, 2 clean sheets and 1 game where we did concede. But I did say that we have a positive run of games now where they're teams that are in and around us. And if we can't beat them, then we deserve to go down. I said this last episode. And I feel like we have to attack every single one of these games and go for it. That's exactly what I've been doing. So Brighton were first up, 2-0 win against them. Leifa Madal and Christian Pavon with the goals in the game. Then we came up against Wolves. You'll see that Wolves actually went 1-0 to the good through a Lianco goal. But Madal and then a Belotti penalty sealed the deal for us. Brentford were up next and a 3-0 win in this one. A Belotti brace and a Yaya Tunt goal for the team. Lovely old job. Leeds are up in today's episode, as are Leicester. The Leeds game really looking forward to, though, because it's in the FA Cup. Want to try and go as well as possible in that, because it's something that we might have a chance of winning, because the Premier League is definitely not going to be winnable. Anyway, this is how the Premier League is looking after those 3 games. And we've gone from 16th to 13th, gang. We're now on 30 points, 8 wins, 6 draws, 11 defeats. Still in that negative goal difference, but we are only 11 points off of 7th place. Now, I'm not saying that's where we're going for. You've already heard me say 10th, 11th, 12th. I'd be more than happy if we could just get that top half finish. Would be amazing. And we're only 5 points off of Wolves. We've got to play a lot of these teams in and around us at the minute. So there's a chance for us to pick up points here, there and everywhere. But We're pulling away from that relegation spots as well. 14-point gap between us and Watford, which is absolutely amazing. Really, really positive, and that has to be the sole thing. First is to keep the club up. Second is maybe that top half finish. But, it can all go wrong. We've seen it happen before. We just hope that it doesn't happen today for us. But let's crack on. We've got the FA Cup game to play first, and that is against Leeds United. We're away from home in this one. We're going to go with the following team, though. Gomez in goal. Gomez and Malaysia at fullback. When it goes Zuma and Perez at centre-back. Souček's going to partner Rice in the midfield. Szoboszlai is going to play out on the left wing. We're going to go with Pavon on the right. Yaya through the middle. And Madai up top. Okay, my friends, so here we go. First game of today's episode, we already know, it's Leeds in the FA Cup. We're away from home. Let's just get rid of that stuff. I like to get rid of that, keep all the screen. You get much more on the screen if you do that. Let's just see what happens in this game, shall we? Leeds have not been going too well in the league. I'm run out of water. Leeds have not been going too well in the league, but it means nothing when it comes to cup football. It's there for the taking for any team. As we're on it now, Zuma pops it into Rice, into Gomez, now into Yaya. Ball in from Pavon, and that is going to be beautifully finished by Thomas Souček. The big Czech, he drives in from midfield and tucks it away. He really is a top player. I don't usually use older players, but I've got a couple in this team that are very, very good. And so I'm going to continue to use them to the best of their abilities. Leeds, though, they've tried to go straight up the other end. It's not happened. Souček into Malaysia. Now Szoboszlai comes back to Malaysia. Into Perez. That's a lovely ball. Over the top. Oh, Madau drags his shot just wide. It was nearly back-to-back goals. Not to be, though. Ben Johnson, who currently plays for West Ham, he's playing for Leeds now in this universe. Come on. This is good. It's a good start. We're playing well. Lots of possession, plenty of shots, plenty of chances. Right, throw in. Yaya into Szoboszlai, into Rice. He comes back. It's a beautiful ball from Souček. Doesn't quite get there. Ball coming back in, and Szoboszlai with his first goal for the football club. Get in there, 2-0. What a goal. I didn't know how to say his name, so I'm making the most of it now. But, essentially what I need to do is just stick the name in Google Translate if I have no idea how to say the name. And it helps a lot. Madau, oh, what a touch. Goes past the player, drives forward, ball coming in. Oh, what a save. Brilliant save from the Pavon header there. Corner, though. Pavon with it, puts the ball in the box. Oh, he attacked it. He did attack it well. Leeds now driving forward, and that's a brilliant tackle from Szoboszlai to put the ball out of play. Throw in now. Oh, that's a good ball up the wing. Been cut out nicely, though. Rice, ball over the top. It's there every time. We've tried it a few times, but it is there every time. And then Madau loses the ball. We're going to recycle, though. Gomez into Pavon. Comes inside to Yaya. Again, it's a bit of a sloppy pass. But again, we're going to win the second ball. Souček, this is nice. But no! Hopefully that counts. Hopefully it counts. He looked in line to me. Yes, get in there. Szoboszlai's putting on a masterclass. He scored one, assisted one. He's having a brilliant game. Leeds now with a throw-in, though. 3-0. Pavon, we've cut it out again. And we're going for it again. The ball over the top is absolutely annihilating Leeds in this game. Madau, lovely cut back. Souček finds Szoboszlai. He's got two. It's 4-0. What a performance by West Ham in this game. Unbelievable. The ball over the top is working every time. Szoboszlai is having an absolute game. This is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And it's half time. I've celebrated a little bit too hard there. I need to go and get some water. I think I'm just going to have to get this game done and then do it. Right. Surely we're in the next round. Bloody hell, what a performance. We've been at the club a mere 6 or 7 weeks. I've flipped it upside down. It's winning games again. I'm thinking about making a change, because I've got the league to think about. That's a good ball in. Oh, that goes just wide. It was a very good ball. So Bosley, I'm going to put back into the midfield. Going to take Declan Rice off and bring Alan Enrique on. Just save Declan Rice's legs, because he is the key player in the midfield. Right. Just making sure I do all the usual stuff. Might be 4-0, but any team can come back into it, can't they? It's a good save from Andre Gomez. Sloppy bit of defending, though, and Leeds were in. And as you can see, the second half is a bit of a non-event for West Ham so far. First half absolutely destroyed them, but this half not really got going. They're passing the ball around very well, and Jason Van Duven has got a goal. And I'm going to come down on the team a little bit here, because we haven't really got started, have we? Zuma into Szoboszlai. Zuma again. This is good stuff. Enrique tried to run his man. Didn't quite come off. Souček's pass is loose, and Leeds might be in again here. And this is a bit of a worry, the way Leeds have come out in the second half. We've gone to sleep. Another ball comes in. It's cleared out. And they're in again, and that's a good bit of defending. But they've still managed to get the second ball. Another ball comes in. Another ball comes in. It's a good header. It's still here for Leeds, though, to create a chance if they want to. Ball coming back. That's a well dealt with ball, though. Good piece of defending. Medaldo into Pavon, who drives at the Leeds defence. He did very, very well. Medal is in. Oh, it's a good save from the goalkeeper in the end. But the run by Pavon was very, very good. Little bit of a worry this second half, I'm going to be honest with you. It might be 4-1, but Leeds, with the chances they've had, it could well be 4-4. They just haven't been as clinical as us. That's going to be taken down by Souček. That's really good passing. Medal's going to put that away. I don't know if it's going to count, but if it does, that is an exquisite goal. It was very quick, one-touch passing, and it ends up in the back of the net. It's been awarded, and I think that's it. I'm going to make some more changes now. I'm going to bring Oscar on, and I'm going to bring Perez on, and consider that job done. Leeds are in again. That's well defended. Leeds are playing some good stuff. How are they 5-1 down when they play football like this? Their defending's just shocking. They're a bit like Leeds in real life, to be fair. They're kind of set up to attack, aren't they? There's a shot over the bar. Look, very even on the stats. Very, very even. Unbelievable, really, that they're getting battered. But I am not going to complain. This is a big surprise to me. 5-1. We've scored 5 goals. There's 2 players on the pitch that have got 2 goals as well. It's just good to see the players find the back of the net. Leeds, though, do come forward. It's patient. Their passing's patient. It's good. But our press seems to be putting them off ever so slightly. The press does seem to be working. Maybe not as well as I'd like it to work, but it is working. Yeah, they're in. That's way too easy for the goalkeeper. Way too easy. Not long to go. Mere minutes. We're booking ourselves a place in the next round of the FA Cup. Absolutely love to see it. Leeds, they're looking for another consolation. They're at the post. It's rolled away. Got to be the unluckiest team ever, aren't they, right now? Mere seconds to go. Get that whistle blown. Come on! Well, after that absolute trouncing of Leeds, we find ourselves in the draw for the next round. I felt confident going into that game, but 5-1 confident, I'm not sure. But yeah, it was ridiculous, weren't it? But anyway, big teams left in the draw. Let's get to it, shall we? So first out of the hat is Stoke. We've got them taking on Liverpool or QPR. We've got Brighton or Chelsea set to take on Preston. We've got Manchester United, and they're going to be taking on Wigan. We've got Hull City or Southampton set to take on Leicester. We've got Aston Villa. They're set to take on Manchester City. Oh, God. Who are we going to get? Watford, next out of the hat, they're going to take on West Ham. Oh, we'll take that. Watford are struggling at the minute in the Premier League. I will absolutely take that. Let's just complete this. Bournemouth will take on Middlesbrough or Derby, and Arsenal will take on Swansea City. So there it is, gang. For all to see, it's confirmed Watford against West Ham in the 5th round of the Cup. But before we worry about any cup football, we have Premier League football to get back to. Now, you're probably looking at the bench and thinking, wowzer, you have got some issues with the players. I really have, gang. I've got suspensions, I've got injuries, big injuries, and smaller injuries. It's not good. It's a bit troublesome at the moment, but we're just going to have to try and get through it, aren't we? Anyway, this is the team we're going to go with. We're back at home in this game. Really hoping that we can put Leicester to the sword. They're massively underachieving this season, so they're probably going to be there for the taking with a little bit of luck. But we're going to go with Gomez in goal, Rosas and Malacia at fullback. We're going to go Perez and Zuma at centre-back. Szoboszlai and Rice are going to play in the midfield. Henrique and Oscar are going to play on the wings. Yaya through the middle, and Madao is going to continue up top. And so here we go, my friends. Second game of today's episode. Back to league action and back to the London Stadium. I'm just hoping for a positive result here. Leicester are just below us, so a winner against them would pull out a bit of a gap. Even if we draw, it's nicely poised that we stay above them. So I think that's basically what we got to aim for in this one. As 15 minutes have gone and not really much going on for either West Ham or Leicester, although Leicester are starting to pile the shot count up, and as a result I'm going to ask for a little more out of the team. Federico Sioni, their striker, is ridiculous if you look at him on paper, but for whatever reason they can't get him going. And João Pedro, though, darts his through. Oh, it's a good save. A really good save from the goalkeeper. Opened up way too easy at the back, though. It's a bit of a slow start, West Ham. What are we going to do with you if you keep starting football games like this? Come on, let's just get it to half time. There we go. And now we can get into them a little bit, I think, because it's not good. Not been a good first half, that. Need much more from this second half. I have to think about substitution soon. Yes, Alan Henrique has taken an... Oh, God, that's all we needed. I'm going to put Leafa Madao out wide and bring Belotti on to play striker, but I didn't really want to have to use the majority of the bench because they're all carrying slight knocks. And now Henrique looks like he's got a knock as well. We are down to the bare bones because of these injuries at the minute. All right, let's just sort all this stuff out. And yeah, I'm going to make a change in the midfield as well. All right, throw in to Leicester. Drive into the midfield. All over the top. That's a good challenge, that, from Perez at the back. Good stuff. Belotti holds the ball up well. Nice. Rice comes back. He's patient. He's good. This is what I want to see. Just don't slam the ball up there for no good reason. try to look after it and use it. And that's exactly what we're doing. As Rosas went forward, this is good football. Please be onside. I'm really not sure. I was paying no attention to Belotti and if he checked his run. And he clearly didn't check his run. That one's chalked off. Brentford are absolutely tearing West Bromwich Albion, a new bumhole. 5-1. Wow. What can I do substitutions-wise? So I've got to think about it in a minute, maybe. All I've got, really. Perez. That's it. All done. All done for me subs. I can't do any more, but I just don't have a lot of options. Everton are beating Arsenal. Jesus Christ. Let's go attacking. What's there? A few minutes left. We might as well. Right, throw in to West Ham. Yaya finds Belotti. He's going to swing that over here to Madal. Ball coming in. Oh, ball! Yaya Dog with the goal! Let's just go back to bloody positive and make sure. But what a ball from Madal! And what a goal from Yaya Tunk! Yes, come on! And so there we have it, gang. Another episode in the books. So that's 2 wins in this episode, 2 wins last episode. Absolutely buzzing. You haven't seen... Actually, we won the first episode as well, didn't we? Against Burnley. So you've not seen a defeat yet. You must be the lucky charms. Because I did go 3 on the bounce. But this is what I said, didn't I? When we took over, I said, this team is good enough to be beating those in and around us, but it's nowhere near good enough to beat those that are maybe the top 6, 7, 8 clubs. That's exactly what's happened. We've been beating all the teams around us, but we lost to the teams that are fighting for Europe and the Championship. So there's no shame in those defeats when you're beating the teams that you need to be beating. And I feel like that's exactly where we're at. Now, I feel like this is getting bunched up, but I think for as long as we are in the cup, I should really bring it back and show you the cup. So I'm just going to play 2 games. I'm going to play West Brom and Blackburn, and then we'll come back for the game against Watford in the 5th round, and we'll couple that with Manchester United in the league. That's going to be a big fixture, a hard game to get through and come through. Man United are going after the league title at the end of the day, but... that's the games you probably all want to see, is the games against the big teams. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll bring it back for that, and then we'll just play it by ear, basically, whatever happens after that. But not sure how many episodes there's going to be for this first half of the season. It all really depends on that cup run. I think if we was to go out next episode against Watford, I'd probably rush through the rest of the season and just finish it, and then start next season afresh, really get into something next season. But let's just wait and see what happens, shall we? But as a result of today's episode, we are obviously through. We're going to be playing Watford in the 5th round, but we are also 13th in the league, another 3 points on the board, which is absolutely amazing, pulling further away from the relegation spots. And hopefully it's now time to start reeling in the clubs above us. But right now we sit in quite a comfortable position, and if the season was to end tomorrow, I'd be pretty happy. And so there you have it, my friends. We're done and dusted for another episode of the Hall of Fame. I do hope you've enjoyed it, my friends. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. The absolute hammering of leads was the icing on the cake, wasn't it? But if you are new around here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. There's plenty more FM content on the channel, as well as a load of other stuff. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it as well. Massively helps the channel, the video, the series, and all those good things. But until the next one, I salute you all, my friends. It's a massive salute today as well. Until the next one, stay safe, stay humble, and I will see you real soon.